There are stars in the world of music who once shone brightly, captivating the hearts and eyes of millions. They were voices and hits that defined an era, images that remain unforgettable in the memories of fans. But does that glory last forever? Or does it gradually fade away, leaving a silent void in the flow of time? In the ever-changing music industry, not everyone can maintain their peak position. There are stories of rapid success, dazzling glory, and then a quiet fade into oblivion. The artists who once stood on the summit of fame now might only live on in the memories of a loyal few. Join us as we revisit the journeys of 9 German musicians who once illuminated the music scene with their voices, but were slowly pushed into the shadows by time and changing markets. This story also reveals a side often hidden beneath the glamour, one that reminds us of the fragile nature of fame, similar in some ways to the dark side of fashion, where even the brightest stars may fade. And just like the iconic 90-second supermodels who ruled runways and then stepped away from the spotlight, these musicians experience their own rises and falls in the ever-turning cycle of popularity. Music is a world full of colors and constant change, where success can come swiftly but fade just as quickly. Among the 9 German musicians we will explore, each one stood as an icon, holding the hearts of millions with timeless songs. However, not all stars manage to keep their radiant glow forever. Some fade away under the relentless currents of the music industry, others step back by choice, and some struggle with personal challenges. This list was carefully selected to showcase artists who once reached the peak of fame but gradually slipped into obscurity over the years. Some names may be familiar, while others will offer surprising discoveries. Just like the legendary 90-second supermodels who dominated the fashion world but eventually left the spotlight, these musicians face their own versions of the dark side of fashion, a harsh reality behind the glamour that many do not see. Let's embark on a journey to uncover the lives and careers of these artists who left an indelible mark on German music history. Sandra, born in 1962, was one of the most iconic female voices of the 1982nd in Germany and across Europe. With her clear, sweet voice and signature synth-pop style, she quickly captured the hearts of millions with hits like Maria Magdalena, In the Heat of the Night, and Everlasting Love. The blend of emotional vocals and elegant image made Sandra an indispensable symbol of an era. Her peak years spanned the mid to late 82nd, when she consistently topped European charts, selling millions of records and filling concert halls. However, as musical tastes shifted in the 92nd, Sandra faced the challenge of staying relevant. Though she continued releasing albums, she never regained her former fiery spotlight and gradually retreated from the stage. Away from public eyes, Sandra focused on her private life, rarely appearing in media. She once shared that music remains an essential part of her life, even without the dazzling fame of before. Today, Sandra stands as a beautiful memory, a quiet yet profound icon cherished by true music lovers. Much like the 90-second supermodels, who once commanded runways but later stepped back from fame, Sandra's journey reflects the ephemeral nature of stardom. Behind the glamour lies the often unseen dark side of fashion and music alike, the inevitable fading that follows even the brightest flames. Nena, born in 1960, stands as one of the most iconic figures of the Neue Deutsche Welle, a groundbreaking music movement in 1982nd Germany. She became internationally famous with her hit 99 Love Ballons, a song that captured the hearts of audiences far beyond Germany's borders, symbolizing a youthful spirit and political awareness. Nena's peak came between 1983 and 1985, when her songs dominated charts and she became a voice for a generation with her energetic pop-rock style and rebellious image. However, as musical trends evolved and new artists emerged, her prominence on the charts began to decline. Despite stepping back from the mainstream spotlight, Nena continued her music career and retained a loyal fan base. She embodies a nostalgic symbol, with her hits remaining unforgettable markers of German music history. Like many 90-second supermodels who faded from fashion's forefront yet left lasting impressions, Nena's influence persists despite the passage of time. Her story also reveals the dark side of fashion, the pressures and challenges artists face behind the scenes that often go unnoticed by the public eye. Falco, born in 1957 and passing away in 1998, was one of the most prominent Austrian pop-rock artists with a major influence in German-speaking countries. His unique blend of pop, rock, and hip-hop styles propelled him to international fame, especially with his hit Rock Me Amadeus. The song not only topped European charts, but also made history by breaking into the US market, a rare feat for a German-language artist. The 1982nd marked Falco's golden era, with numerous hits and a rebellious, charismatic stage presence. However, alongside his success, Falco faced personal challenges, including struggles with mental health and industry pressure. His career gradually declined in later years, though his music and style left an indelible mark. Falco's sudden death at age 40 shocked fans worldwide. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the fragile nature of fame and the heavy toll the dark side of fashion and entertainment industries can take, echoing the transience experienced by many, including the famed 90-second supermodels. Peter Schilling, born in 1956, is a German pop and new wave singer best known for his hit Major Tom, Coming Home, inspired by the fictional story of astronaut Major Tom drifting through space. This song became an iconic anthem of the 1982nd, widely played on radio stations across Europe. Schilling's career peaked in the early 82nd, quickly becoming a fresh face in the electronic and pop music scene. However, changing tastes and new artists emerging led to his gradual fade from mainstream attention. Later albums didn't generate the same excitement or success. Despite stepping back from the spotlight, Schilling continued writing and performing for a loyal fan base. His journey exemplifies the highs and lows of the music industry, where even the brightest stars can experience the dark side of fashion, the harsh realities behind fleeting fame that the glamorous world often hides. Like the enduring yet understated influence of the 90-second supermodels, Schilling's legacy persists quietly. Herbert Grönemeyer, born in 1956, is one of Germany's most influential modern musicians. Known for his emotionally rich pop-rock style, he has touched countless hearts with albums like Mensch and Bochum. His songs tell stories of life, human experience, and society's many facets. Grönemeyer's peak years stretched from the late 1982nd into the early 2000s, during which he topped charts and sold millions of records. However, as the music scene evolved and new artists rose, his commercial success somewhat waned. Nonetheless, he remains a towering figure, showcasing resilience and constant innovation. His career reflects the shifting landscape of music, where even legends can experience the dark side of fashion, the gradual dimming of public attention, despite lasting artistic value. Much like the iconic 90-second supermodels, whose fame has evolved but still resonates, Grönemeyer's influence endures. Sascha Schmitz, known professionally as Sascha, was born in 1972 and rose to fame as one of Germany's top pop rock singers in the late 1992nd and early 2000s. With a warm voice and versatile style, he captivated young audiences with hits like If You Believe and Chemical Reaction. Sasha's career peak lasted through the late 92nd and early 2000s, marked by successful albums and major tours. However, as the music market shifted and new artists emerged, his presence on charts and mainstream media declined. Despite this, Sasha continues to pursue his passion for music and maintains a loyal fan base. His career exemplifies resilience in a constantly changing industry, facing the dark side of fashion that often sidelines former stars. Much like the enduring allure of 90-second supermodels, Sasha's artistic spirit remains vibrant even if the spotlight has dimmed. Sandra Kim, born in 1972, is a Belgian singer of German descent who gained widespread fame after winning the 1986 Eurovision Song Contest with her song, J'aime la vie. At just 13 years old, she became the youngest winner in the competition's history, earning massive recognition and acclaim. Although she achieved remarkable success at a young age, Sandra Kim's music career did not sustain the same momentum afterward. Subsequent albums and projects failed to recreate her initial breakthrough, and with the music industry growing increasingly competitive, she gradually stepped back from the spotlight. Nevertheless, Sandra remains a cherished figure in European music, especially remembered for her iconic Eurovision victory. Much like the legendary 90-second supermodels who once ruled the runways but later retreated from fame, Sandra's story reflects the fleeting nature of youthful stardom. Behind this glamour lies the often unseen dark side of fashion, mirrored in the music world's demanding pressures. Dieter Bohlen, born in 1954, is one of the most influential figures in German pop music, known as a singer, producer, and founding member of the iconic groups Modern Talking and Blue System. With hits like You're My Heart, You're My Soul, and Cherry, Cherry Lady, he left a lasting mark on the 1982nd and 92nd music scene. Bolan's peak coincided with the enormous success of Modern Talking, which became a defining force in German pop. After the group's breakup, his solo career and subsequent projects did not maintain the same level of prominence as before, with the ever-changing music landscape playing a part. Nonetheless, Dieter continues to hold significant influence in the German entertainment industry, mentoring new artists and shaping musical trends. His career reflects the ups and downs and constant evolution typical of the music world's dark side of fashion. Like the 90-second supermodels, whose fame shifted but legacy endured, Bolan's impact remains strong. Mark Medlock, born in 1978, is a German pop singer who rose to fame after winning the 2007 talent show Deutschland sucht den Superstar, DSDS. With his powerful voice and captivating performances, he quickly became a sensation in the German music scene. Following his spectacular win, Medlock released several well-received albums and enjoyed a string of popular songs. However, his fame was relatively short-lived as the music industry rapidly evolved and new talents emerged. In subsequent years, Medlock's presence on mainstream media diminished, and his career entered a quieter phase. Today, while no longer a household name, Mark continues to pursue his passion for music and maintains a loyal fan base. His story exemplifies the fleeting nature of fame and the challenges artists face to sustain success in a constantly shifting industry, the often hidden dark side of fashion that shadows the glamour. Much like the 90-second supermodels, whose star power has softened but whose influence remains, Medlock's legacy persists quietly. The dazzling spotlight on stage and the quiet life beyond it often represent two very different worlds for artists. At their peak, these musicians were bright stars, moving millions with their voices and songs that filled arenas and airwaves. They lived embraced by adoration, performing for packed audiences, and basking in the admiration of countless fans. Yet, as time flows and musical tides shift, many lose their prominence. Changing trends, emerging new artists, and personal challenges gradually push them away from the bright lights. Their once celebrated hits become nostalgic echoes, fading softly into the memories of their audiences. Life beyond the spotlight is not always easy. Some choose to retreat in search of peace, while others strive to keep their passion alive despite waning fame. This reflects the transient nature of stardom and the enduring value of authentic artistry. This cycle mirrors the world of 90-second supermodels, whose runway reigns gave way to quieter lives, yet their influence endures. It also reveals the dark side of fashion, the unseen struggles behind the glamour that many never witness. Fame in music is like a brilliant flame, bright but fragile. The artists we have revisited today once illuminated stages and hearts alike, captivating millions. Yet, as time passes, they quietly step away from the spotlight, embarking on personal journeys beyond the public eye. Their stories are not just lessons on the fleeting nature of fame, but testaments to the timeless power of music. The melodies, memories, and emotions they created live on, treasured by devoted fans. Between glory and solitude lies but a thin line. And though the spotlight may fade, their voices, stories, and legacies remain an irreplaceable part of music history. If you once cherished their art, share this story to keep these beautiful memories alive and honor the undying value of artistry. Just as the iconic 90-second supermodels have stepped away from the runway but left lasting impressions, these musicians reveal both the light and the dark side of fashion, the beauty and the cost intertwined in fame.